Good morning, beloveds. I am coming to you an hour late from the Oak Ridge 9th grade campus where we just did our every 3 months, so we do it 4 times a year, we do a food market with the Montgomery Food Bank. And so that was today, and basically we make a donation to the food bank, and the food bank brings out a truck, and then they tell us how many families they're going to serve, or how many families we can serve, and they bring us, and we never know what we're going to get. It's pretty cool. Today we had turkey sausage, we had chicken. I think they may have been chicken breasts, but there was like a flat of them. And then we had a box of dry goods, and that can be anything. It can be all kinds of things. And then we had, today, we had cut up fruit. There were little cups of strawberries and blueberries. There were fruit trays. So they actually got a lot of fruit today. And we had half gallons of milk. And then we had all kinds of bread-ish things. That's what I tell people. It's breadish. We don't know what it is. And everything looked pretty good today. And so we had and it's all gone. It's all gone. And we gave the last one away about the time we were done. So we do it from 8 to 10. And it stayed cloudy enough that it was nice enough. The weather was a bit, nope, that just makes the light weird, doesn't it? So it wasn't too hot. Because, oh Lord, we tried to do it later in the afternoon and it gets too hot. So, all right, it is, I think it's August 28th. August 28th. And our title is My Universe is Flexible. And the quote is Jesus Christ, the same yesterday and today and forever. And that is Hebrews 13:8. Change is the law of human experience, for only God is permanent. The infinite mind is forever conceiving new ideas, and the infinite law is forever producing new forms. In the midst of this flexibility, I live, move, and have my being. Life is consciousness flowing through forms. Whoops, sorry. It's too hot to not have the car on, so it's vibrating the steering wheel. And the steering wheel's on an odd angle. Okay. I know the ones I do in my car are always interesting. You never know when it's going to fall over. Okay. Let me just start over. Okay. Change is the law of human experience, for only God is permanent. The infinite mind is forever conceiving new ideas, and the infinite law is forever producing new forms. In the midst of this flexibility, I live, move, and have my being. Life is consciousness flowing through forms, but never restricted by forms. Therefore, the situations in my world cannot restrict me for long. The instant I think a new thought, a new form begins to appear. Every static condition in my life must be a result of my failure to think new thoughts. I now dedicate myself to spiritual flexibility. Freely, joyously, I let life flow through my experience, bringing events to pass. Situations and people come into my life to bless me, and in their own season go forth from my life blessed by me. I am a growing consciousness in God, and better conditions are constantly appearing for me to appreciate. As I let go of the old, the new appears. As I seek a larger group of friends, I grow in expression of love. As I visit new places and purchase new things, I expand my consciousness. I let go of prejudices and fixed opinions. I am willing to see God's action in every man. I pass no judgments, and I refuse all finalities. I open my whole being to change for the better. I also allow my friends to change and enjoy the new experiences in their lives. I am flexible and pliant to all forms of good. God is continuously bringing new ideas into my mind and new events into my world. This is the joy of living. I am free to change into a greater person, and I now let God's greatness manifest in me. All right, so I heard a really cool line in there. Well, I heard the scary line. The scary line is, Every static condition in my life must be the result of my failure to think new thoughts. So what I would tell you about that thinking new thoughts is what we talk about when we talk about solutions. Focusing on the solutions, not the problems. Because if we're focused on the problems, then we're not thinking new ideas. We want to think about new ideas. And you can't do that when you're focused on the problems. So you want to turn your attention away from the problem and focus on the solution. You want to focus on new. Everything changes. Everything changes. Children grow up. And everything changes. And so it is up to us to roll with it. It is called creation for a reason. So, I mean, you watch it every spring. Nature starts over. And it never looks the same. And so we want to be more like that. We want to be flexible. And that's the other thing about not getting stuck on the how. That's that flexibility, not getting stuck on the how. Because when we get stuck on the how, and we say our good can only come to us in this certain, pathway, then we limit all the other amazing pathways that God could use to get to us. So we don't want to do that. We want to be flexible. We tell God what, and let God deal, or Spirit deal with the how. All right, so my universe is flexible. Absolutely. And yet, the quote is Jesus Christ, the same yesterday, today, and forever. And that's from Hebrews 13. So change is the law of human experience, for only God is permanent. Everything is going to change except God. The law is always going to work the same way. Infinite mind is forever conceiving new ideas, and the infinite law is forever producing new forms. Because if nothing changed, life would get really boring really fast. Now, I will admit I'm a military brat. My dad was in the Air Force. I moved a lot. Oi. I moved a whole lot. I've made new friends from all over the world. Change is something I'm used to and something I enjoy. But then every now and again, I'll just get stuck in my routines. And I did last year. In 2020, the routine was very comfortable. It wasn't comforting, because there's a difference. And so that's why I've kind of moved into loosening up my routine and being open to going and doing different things. Because I got to get out of that comfort zone, because it's not comfortable anymore. All right. So infinite mind is forever conceiving new ideas, and the infinite law is forever producing new forms. In the midst of this flexibility, I live, move, and have my being. You live and move and have your being in this constant creation of new forms, including you. So you are more than welcome to change as you see fit. And you can change little, and you can change a lot, and you can do whatever it is. Life is consciousness flowing through forms, but never restricted by forms. So whatever form you are in is not a restriction. It's not a restriction. You can change it. Therefore, the situations in my world cannot restrict me for long. They cannot restrict you for long. The instant I think new thought, the instant you think a new thought, a new form begins to appear. Now, it may take some time, but when you start thinking new thoughts, things change. That's why we say, change your mind, change your thinking, change your mind, or change your world. Yeah, change your life. Any iteration of that. Every static condition in my life must be a result of my failure to think new thoughts. So now I dedicate myself to spiritual flexibility. If I'm stuck, I got to think a new thought. I got to think something new. And if I can't think a new thought, then I'm going to go to somebody who can think a new thought for me until I can think a new thought for myself. That is the value of practitioners. Freely and joyously, I let life flow through my experience, bringing new events to pass. Situations and people come into my life to bless me. It makes life a whole lot easier when you think that way. People are coming into your life to bless you. Sometimes it doesn't feel that way in the beginning, but it can help. When you open your eyes in the morning and say, anything entering my life today is a blessing to me. It changes the way you think about things. All right. So I freely and joyously, I let life flow through my experience, bringing new events to pass. Situations and people come into my life to bless me, and in their own season go forth from my life, blessed by me. So they come into my life to bless me, and they go out of my life, and I bless them. I said I was a military brat. I've got friends that I still think kindly of that I haven't seen in 40 years. I am a growing consciousness in God, and better conditions are constantly appearing for me to appreciate. As I let go of the old, the new appears. As I let go of the old, the new appears. As I seek a larger group of friends, I grow in expression of love. As I visit new places and purchase new things, I expand my consciousness. So right here, he's giving you ways to do this. Go try something new. Meet some new people. Meet some people that are different than the people that you've been hanging around with. I let go of prejudices and fixed opinions. That will change your life. If you are willing to let go of those snap judgments and be willing to get past that initial appearance, I'm willing to see God's action in every person. I pass no judgment and refuse all finalities, meaning this isn't the end. This isn't the end. More can come out of this. I open my whole being to change for the better. I also allow my friends to change and enjoy the new experiences in their life. And that's the best thing that you can do. Your friends are going to change. Grow with them. And encourage them to grow with you. That's why people fall away, is because they don't grow with you. And then they look at you like, what have you gotten into? Well, if you're happy, let them fall away. Bless them on their path. But the people who care about you and love you will grow with you. All right. I am flexible and pliant to all forms of good. That's about hang on to the why, not the how. Or hang on to the what, not the how. God is continuously bringing new ideas into my mind and new events into my world. Statement of fact, open your eyes to it. Open your mind, open your heart to that. This is the joy of living. I am free to change into a greater person. You are free to change into a greater person. And I now let God's greatness manifest in me. Let God's greatness manifest in you. And you don't have to do anything other than be the authentic, beloved child that you are. All right, so what's our mission? Because there's a lot in here. We can dedicate our life to spiritual flexibility. Or it can simply be the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to let God's greatness manifest in us today. By being the loving child of God that we are, and seeing all of the godlings around us as the beloved children of God that they are. That's an easy one. That's an easy one. And a hard one. And that's the way it is. All right. I would also encourage you to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, whatever that looks like. Today, I have been hot and sweaty at the food market. I'm going to go get hot and sweaty at the Renaissance Festival. We're going to go take a layer of dust off the booth and see what it looks like, see if there's anything that needs to be done. And then we are going to go and probably take cold showers. So that would be my loving, kind, compassionate thing for myself, a cold shower. All right, beloveds. I've got my face full of sun. I have engaged my mind and my body today. We did running around and lifting, and it was great. And we fed people. We fed people. That was also a loving, kind, compassionate thing for me, as well as all the people that we served. So drink plenty of water today, and please have good thoughts for the people of New Orleans. It looks like Ida's gonna head there, like yeah. So yeah, offer up some treatments for the people of New Orleans and Louisiana, and let's hope that Ida does what she does, but not to the level. Not to the level. We'll just know for the highest and the best for the people of New Orleans and Louisiana. All right, beloveds, do what you need to do to open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you that you live in heaven right here, right now. It just requires you to open your heart and your mind and see the good around you. And see the good within you. See the good within you. It's in you, it's around you, and it's the good within you that sees the beauty around you. All right, beloveds, I am going to get off this because my husband is currently sitting in the sun, and I should let him in the car. Do what you need to do to make it a great day, a wonderful day, an amazing day, a fabulous day, a good day. And if that's too much pressure, have a day. All right? Change is inevitable, but God is forever, and God is constant, and God loves you. So know that you are loved. All right? Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you on Facebook Live. I'll be back with you at 9 a.m. tomorrow. I will be on time-ish. At 9-ish. It won't be 10 o'clock today. Like today. And then we will have an amazing service for you at 11 right here on Facebook Live. So take care of yourselves, drink plenty of water, and I will see you next time. Bye, beloveds. Wonder what I got.